Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. In another entry in our Showcase Redo series, more so for me a bit of a redemption, because the last time that I did a video on this character, it did not go so well at all. But, Greymane. So the last time I did a video on Greymane, it was launch week, and it went horribly. Because it was a complete blowout. But that's one of the reasons why I decided to do these more so in AI matches as opposed to quick match, because it doesn't really let me have the opportunity to show the character of what, how I think the character works, or like, things like that. It's hard for me to do that when it's a blowout loss, But Greymane, yeah, he's received some changes, some nerfs and such. For one thing, he has received, one of those. He's one of those who got some armor in the new armor system, and they changed some talents and such. Obviously some quest talents in here and there and things like that. So what has where is he at? Where he's in an okay position. He's not really super strong like he used to be, but he's all right now. How do I usually like to play him? I've gotten him to level 8, but when I've played him, what have I, wanted to play him as, in terms of his build and such? His basic kit is pretty much the same, other than he gets 10 armor when he becomes a Worgen. So I think that, for me, I've kind of leaned towards more of a Worgen type of build for him. I do like being able to increase the duration of Inner Beast, the attack speed buff, to 4 seconds. Some people love going with the cocktail build. I've never really been that fond of it. I like having him dive in, as a Worgen, doing ridiculous burst damage. So I think currently I like to go with Viciousness. At level 4, I like to go with Thick Skin to give him an extra 50 armor. To give him more survivability, because as he still doesn't have any kind of like basic attacks heal him or anything like that. He's still very squishy, and it still has very low survivability, so you kind of have to help him out with that. So I like going with Thick Skin. Level 7, I would usually go with Quicksilver Bullets to keep him farther back in human form with his range. But I might go with Wizened Duelist here. I might try it out here in this AI match, because, I shouldn't really be dying all that often here in a AI match. And at 10, I like to go for the Throat. They did make Marked for the Kill more appealing here, as you can see in the description here. But I still like going with Go for the Throat. What I like to do, I've learned, to try and get the most out of his melee damage, is first use Dark Flight to dive in on someone, and then use Go for the Throat. So that way I can have it stack one on top of the other. Because if you go for the Throat first, you won't be able to use Dark Flight. But if you do Dark Flight first, then you can still use Go for the Throat, At 13, I like to increase the range with Running Wild. At 16, Executioner would be good if you have a teammate with a lot of slows, roots, and stuns. Although Alpha Killer is another, it's basically Giant Killer for him when he's in a Worgen form, which is really good. And then here, Unleash, I can see why it would be really good. But, that's going to require, all the enemy team to be low health. Otherwise, I like to go for Tooth and Claw to make it where it cleaves for 100% damage. So you can do more AoE damage. So let's take a look at Greymane in action once again, and hopefully redeem myself. Of course, at level 8, you can go with this to make it where he's white, just like how he was recently in his battle, quote-unquote, battle with Sylvanas. Even though it wasn't really much of a battle. I think you all can agree with me on that. That wasn't really much of an actual fight. Gonna try and adjust the volume here so that hopefully I'm not as deafening to you guys. Alright, viciousness, there we go. Yeah, that's why I was reminding myself. Yeah, it's not like it is with some of the others, like Zool's, what's it called? Because you can queue that up and have it just be ready to go. You can't do that with Inner Beast. Alright, so we find ourselves on the Garden of Terror, or the Gardens of Terror. Friendly team is Greymane, Uther, Dahaka, Asmodan, and Medivh against Ariel, Illidan, Murky, ETC, and Nazebo. I'm gonna go bottom lane so that Medivh doesn't have to be a solo laner, since he can't really be a solo laner. Can't really be anything without, you know, teammates. I'm sorry. If you're someone who loves playing Medivh, I'm sorry. I've just never been fond of Medivh.
Time to stretch my legs.
Time to stretch my legs. Whoop. And then pop. Thank you for the shield, Medivh.
Heroes, night will fall in just...
Yeah, there you go. That's what I like about Greymane.
Better to be rid of it.
The diving in to get that burst melee damage. It's so strong. Not as strong. I think it's not as strong as it used to be. I think he got a nerf in that regard. I don't remember. I just know that he's not as strong now as he was when he first launched. I'm not exactly sure what it was exactly that they nerfed, but I just know that he did get a nerf. That's pretty much all I really know.
Slay them. Claim their seeds.
Absolutely.
So the cocktail, and then hot, and then hot. It's still going, and ha! I got you, ETC. And there we go, thick skin. Oh, it wore off. And ha!
Spill their blood.
So good. I just love doing that. It's so good burst melee damage. See? Block. Yeah, got Illidan. Oh no, I got rooted!
Yes. So double kill.
Let me grab these seeds. Alright, I'm gonna go, wait. Whoa, did someone hit me with an Envenom?
Killing spree.
Oh no, it must have been a Zebo, I guess. I was like, what poison?
They shall feed my children.
Here we go. Get back here.
Enemy slain. You have enough. Double kill.
Getting to, learning how to do his, know when to engage, know when to disengage. It takes practice.
The terror of this.
Actually, this is a really good talent choice when you think about it. Facing a Murky. Ah, my range. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, I'm gonna go back and get mana.
Why do you delay? No terror lasts forever.
Like I said, because he doesn't have any, heal per basic attack type of talent.
Nicely done. The terror shall
He's not really
suck the life
that
from
adequate when it comes to if you want him to solo a merc camp. Not really a good choice in that regard. Come back here, Ariel. Oh, I got her! Yes!
You enjoy that.
And then... See, a human AI player would have, like, completely owned me there. Or not... A human AI player, wow. Shows you how my mind is working while I'm making this video. What I meant to say is a human ETC player would have probably destroyed me for doing that. But because he's an AI, not as much.
Fort destroyed.
Ah.
Let me handle this.
The Murky takedowns count towards that, right? Because otherwise I'm going to be all over Murky.
It is time to strike. We must retreat.
Murky! Yoo-hoo!
That seemed personal.
Yep, it counts! I just disengage and pop!
Your
Have a drink on me!
compost.
Medivh, you didn't even use your own portal.
The future belongs to those who take it.
Keep destroyed.
Hello! Yeah, sure, why not, Uther? I'll provide you the damage you need. Ariel, come back here. Ah!
Nowhere to hide. I shall bury you.
The night comes.
Yeah.
Remember, kill the shadows and claim their seeds.
Got him.
More fertile.
Yeah.
Untouchable.
You've been erased.
What a joyous night to have a curse.
This is a hunt. I fight for my countrymen.
I love that the portrait changes when he shifts forms. Okay, let's see here. Most of my AI team is heading up there. We already got the bottom keep. That's great.
Absolutely.
You know what?
Take this camp and bolster our ranks.
There we go. Got him. Alright, running wild.
That's enough seeds. Now.
Alright, I'm gonna disengage here because we got the seeds, and I'm gonna go here and help finish this off. There we go. We grabbed that. Cocktail, then dive in.
It is time to
Inner Beast to make this go faster.
terror to light.
Go. Go up here and help out the Merc camp with their progression.
Do not delay. Your terror craves its host. The sun dawns. My children must sleep. For now.
And there goes that fort.
Rooted a fort. Well done. The
Alright.
terror shall uproot
Go
your
down here,
enemy's
join my
forts.
team. Look for any opportunities to use Go for the Throat. Like Ariel right here. Here we go, got her.
Better to be rid of it.
And then, ha!
Double kill.
Love that burst damage there. Woo! Hello, Murky. Ah, I went around the gate. Not good.
My plants run blood.
Yes, I have, Asmodan. Thank you for noticing. There goes Murky's egg. Bye-bye, Murky. Ah, disengage.
Hero of the storm. A keep has fallen.
Yeah, got Illidan. Alpha killer, here we go.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Oh my goodness. So much damage.
Admit it. You enjoy it.
There we go. 17.
Victory.
MVP.
So as I was saying, he's not like super powerful like he used to be, but I think he's in a good place, a very balanced spot. He's not too strong, but he's not too weak. You know, I think this is a decent build, you know, to really buff up the Worgen form. I really think that the playing, you know, emphasizing the Worgen form instead of the human cocktail form, at least for me, is more for my style. You know, some others may prefer the other way, but I just find, like, you know, utilizing his Worgen form, first off, it gives him more survivability because he gets armor with that, which is crucial because he hardly has any other way to give him any survivability. Making his basic attacks in Worgen form more bursty is just going to make him do even more damage. And if you have a decent healer with you, like Uther, Lily, Malfurion, I mean, it just makes him such a terror to be able to dive in with Dark Flight and then also go for the throat, just come out of nowhere. Plus, increasing the range here where he can even dive from even further away, it just makes him so much better. Especially, you know, against you know, there was an Illidan there. I was able to take him down pretty quickly. Of course, this is against AI, so I know, you know, you're probably going, this is just against AI. It's not real show, you know. That's why I hardly play him that much, especially in Quick Match, because the matchups you get in Quick Match are very, you know, poor when it comes to having a proper comp to test out any kind of decent build with characters, especially someone like Greymane who relies on a good supportive composition with him, because you're going to need a decent healer to help you out, like an Ariel, like a Lily, like a Malfurion. But, I mean, the potential for him to be super bursty is there, as you can see. Having this here and being able to stay alive, I don't think I would take this outside of this mode. I think I would stay with Quicksilver Bolts. I could see the damage it was doing, but because he has such little health and has such little survivability, I think this is kind of something that, you know, because you have to rely on getting takedowns, unless you're just completely dominating, to me, this is like a very risky choice to take as opposed to this, which can help out with your range and kind of keep you farther back. But these other ones here, I do, you know, like either way. And that 20 here, I would have taken Tooth and Claw. So, Greymane's in a decent spot, you know. I still, you know, I like him. I think that, you know, because I've had more practice with him, I've gotten more used to him. I actually had an MVP match with him in Quick Match, going with this kind of build where I was emphasizing diving in as a Worgen and doing the burst damage as opposed to using the cocktail. I just find his Worgen form at times to be more useful and more survivable than as how he is in human form. So, Greymane's in a decent spot. And, you know, we'll be, you know, whether it's a new hero or whether it's someone else that needs a redo, we'll be taking a look at them next time. Stay tuned.